Hello, Facebook and YouTube, and hello, Instagram. Welcome to the party. Guys, it's Kim in the SAV, Kim out of Savannah, Georgia, of BetterBodyCrew.com. And in this quick video, I just want to talk to you about a recent conversation that I had with someone on my team and a recent experience with my team members. But this is not just a business conversation. This is applicable to a lot of different areas. Because this lesson is something that I'm taking into account, that I'm taking into mind, that I think about even as a parent of a son. Okay, there's nothing like the bond between the mother and the son. And my son is going to be 11 years old Christmas Eve. However, I'm not gonna lie, I still baby him in some areas, and I'm really starting to realize that, Kim, you need to tighten up, because you are raising someone's husband one day. And you don't want as much as you love your son, you don't want him to be a weak husband. You want to produce a strong husband for a strong wife, the wife that you desire your son to have. So this is a lesson for myself. Like, am I raising a wimp or a warrior? And the same thing with my team. Am I developing wimps or warriors? So let me tell you where this conversation, where my idea that I need to talk about this on live came from. So the other night I was speaking with my team in the WhatsApp chat, as we always do. And we try to keep that environment conducive to success. So we try to focus on the positive. However, it is necessary every once in a while for people to keep it real and be like, listen, I'm struggling. Or this, I don't like this, or I don't like that, or here's my situation. I don't feel like things are going right, because you have got to, there's two sides to every single coin. So there was a leader in the group who said, hey, listen, I'm having difficulty in this area. I'm attracting a bunch of perverts, and this is going on in my team. I feel like all of y'all are having success, and I don't feel like I am there. And I'm happy she did that, because like I said, we all need that reality check. And if we don't discuss those things, then it can just seem like, oh, everybody's winning but me. So I addressed that leader in the group, because she brought the issue up to the group. And I just said, hey, listen, I totally get it. I did a video. If you go to YouTube, of course, I did a video. If you go to YouTube and you type in pervert BetterBodyCrew, you'll see my video about how one of my first prospects, when I was so green in the industry, when I was so naive, it was a complete pervert who exposed himself to me on what was it called back then, the thing with the S, not Zoom. We weren't using Zoom right then. We were using something with the S. Oh gosh, what was it called? I forgot. It doesn't matter. But he completely exposed himself to me, and foolish me, I thought it was an accident. And that was his whole intent. So I told her, I have had people say horrible things to me, very vulgar things to me on my live, just to get me off track there. And guys, again, what does the 4 agreements say? One of the 4 agreements is, don't take it personal. These people don't know me. They probably go trolling every woman's Facebook live saying vulgar things just because that's just who they are. But yeah, I had to let her know I've had the same exact issue. And then we started talking more, as she started saying, well, it's not just the perverts, it's also, some people on my team, they're not doing this or they're not doing that. And that's just how it goes. And so I told her again, you are in this WhatsApp group. Everybody in this WhatsApp group who you see commenting, they're plugged in. But there's a lot of people in this group who are not plugged in, who are doing the same exact thing that your rep is doing. Don't think that everybody on the Better Body Builders team is, making it happen. No, the rule applies to us all. The rain falls on us all, the just and the unjust. I have people on my team that are not producing, not plugged in. I have people on my team that are straight up pissed at me. Pissed. However, I don't focus on those people. I focus on the people who are developing into warriors, who are creating a strong mindset. My teammate just didn't know that that's my situation, because all she sees is the people that are producing, because that's who she's focused, that's who she's around, and that's who I give my attention to. So she wasn't even fully aware that the same issue she has with her team, I have with my team. And I told her, the problem is you just don't have enough people. So you're distracted by the people who are right now mentally weak, because you don't have enough warriors to get your attention. And so you've got to develop those warriors. How do you do that? You do that by starving the distractions. You do that by starving the distractions. See, many of you are used to feeding your distractions. Oh, this is wrong. Oh, woe is me. Oh, I don't do that. And that's exactly why the person on my team that is particularly pissed with me right now, that's exactly why they're pissed with me. Because I had to starve them. I had to stop giving them my attention. Once I see a pattern in your behavior that you're not here for the solution, you're here just to talk about the problem, I can't deal with you anymore. And that applies to my clients too. Every client is not for me. I don't want everybody's money. Mm-hmm. If you're not here to get a better body, if you're only here to say, oh, the doctor gave me another bad report, Kim, and then I say, okay, great. What was the not okay, great, but you know what I'm saying? What did he say? Oh, okay, he said this is your issue. Well, I think this will help. Oh, well, Kim, you know it's a pandemic. I don't have money. Well, hold on now. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? If you're not here for the solution, then why are we even speaking? Once I determine that you are not looking for a solution, you're only focused on the problem, I can't deal with you. Because that type of energy is contagious. And there's no point in me dealing with you because I cannot help you if you are not willing to help yourself. The teammate that I had, that I saw, and a lot of times you can enable people to be weak, okay? And this is where you got to pay attention to this. You can do it with your friends, you can do it with your family members, you can do it with your teammates. But the teammate that I had, I noticed a pattern in her behavior in that everything was everybody's fault, everybody else's fault. Everything was it was her sponsor. I was not her sponsor. It was her sponsor's fault. It was her family's fault. It was her job's fault. It was everything was somebody. It was something outside of her. And I used to try to help her and say, I get it, I understand, blah 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 boo. But as I saw that we would spend a lot of conversation in her problem, and then and I give you time to vent to a certain extent. But once I get to the solution part, if now the conversation is cut short and now you got to go and now this and now that, so now I see you're not here to fix it. You're here just to vent about it. Well, now I got to cut off my access to you because I'm not a Yalavenzat. Okay? I'm a fixer. I'm not a listener. Okay? That's not what I do. What's going on, Doc Holiday, Pastor Holiday? And so now that person is mad at me because it's like, oh, you done changed on me, and just because I'm not producing, it has nothing to do with your production. It has everything to do with your perspective. I can't be around you. Your energy is wet. You're draining me. Conversations are draining me. Right? And the more I allow you to do what it is you want to do, which is only talk to me about the problem instead of the solution, then I am enabling you. I am making you weak. Now, if you are in this vehicle, if you have a child, you are supposed to make them a warrior. You are supposed to equip them mentally so that no matter what comes their way, because as long as they are living, they're going to have challenges. They're going to have trials and tribulations. You are supposed to equip them so that they can handle it. I was listening to David Imonite interview Twyla Portis last week, and they were talking about her story. And I remember when her husband, Mr. Erwin Portis, it's time for me to eat, I can't talk. But I remember when her husband, Mr. Erwin Portis, God rest his soul. But I remember when he passed, when he transitioned. And everybody in the company was just like, oh my gosh. And Mr. Imonite asked Miss Portis, how did you get over that? The passing, the transitioning of your husband. How did you go on? And she said, well, of course, she credited God. Of course, she credited, so many people that rallied around her. But she also said, a large part of the reason why I basically didn't go crazy is because I have this vehicle of network marketing that for years has taught me about the battlefield of the mind, has equipped me to mentally deal with so many things. Guys, you have to have a warrior mindset. You have to help your people develop into warriors. As much as you want to love on them and you want to help them, do not enable them to continue to be weak. And I've been guilty of it. I've paid for people's smartships. I've had people, play the little violin. My husband left me. Kim, I lost my job. I'm about to be evicted. My bank account is negative. I don't have any time. Nobody's buying. Everybody thinks their products are a scam. And I sat there for the whole entire concert, right? I've been here for it, right? And I've been through all of those things. And I know what it takes. Like, that's just a part of the process. That's just a part of your journey. That happens to us all, right? But what I would do early on, in some of those situations, I'd be like, oh my gosh, I remember this one person in particular. They had, like, of course, when it rains, it pours. When one thing happens, everything comes crashing down. And I remember this one particular person, I felt so bad for them that I actually gave them money. Money that I'm not going to say I didn't have it, but I was in my own situation. Right? I was in my own situation. And I gave them some money. Do you know it was like less than 2 weeks later and they came back and asked me for more money? And I was just like, you got to be kidding me. I said, you were supposed to take the money that I gave you, buy a product, flip the you told me the problem was you didn't have money. If you just had money, you could get product and sell the product and make more money. Now I gave you the money. So what did you do with it? Oh, you took it and you bought product and you paid your bills. So that has you right back in the same situation. No. The plan was for you to take the money I gave you, buy a product, flip the product, take a portion of it, put it back into your business, and then take a portion of it and pay a little bit of bills. See, the Bible says, and God says, and it's just common sense, that when you are given seed, you are supposed to multiply that seed. Otherwise, you don't get more seed. If somebody gives you a seed, multiply the seed. You don't just keep coming back and say, I need some more. Of course you do. But at some point, you got to learn to stand on your two feet. So when she came back to me again and said, hey, can you give me some more money? Absolutely not. And that taught me a very valuable lesson. And this leader on my team was doing the same thing. And here's the ironic thing about this, guys. This is why you got to understand. You are doing more harm than you are helping the person. So the person on my team, she was like, oh yeah, so this person on my team, she's a single mom. Okay, join us. Join us. A lot of us are single moms. Okay. I'm not trying to be mean, but let's be real. A lot of people are single moms. She's a single mom. She got all these kids and this, that, and the third. I said, listen, last time that I checked, in my Nipsey Hussle voice, last time that I checked, you a single mom too. You got a kid to raise too, right? So, okay, keep going. And I just had to keep it real with her because this is a very warm person that I'm talking to on my team. And she has a big heart. And I know she will get taken advantage of if I don't just keep it real with her. So she was saying this person on her team is a single mom. She got these kids and she's in between jobs and she's this and that. I said, last time that I checked, you got a situation going on with your work environment is not the best, right? Okay. So again, I'm waiting to hear why this person is any different than you, and you're making it happen. So you got to understand that they can make it happen too if they really want to. Right? It's not that I'm mean, y'all. It's exactly the opposite. I want people to win so badly, but I have a very acute understanding that they have to participate in their own rescue. They have to participate in their own rescue. They have to participate in their own rescue. I can't do it for them, and neither can you. So when you say I have this person on my team, so anyway, this person on her team, they don't have their SmartShip on and they're still referring people to their website. That baffles me. You don't have your SmartShip on, which means you are not eligible for commissions, but you're sending people to your website as if you're going to get paid commissions. And so my teammate, my leader was saying, they felt so bad for this person, and knowing that the person was sending people to their website, even though they don't have a SmartShip and they technically are not supposed to get commission, here she go taking her money, ordering in their back office to make them active so that they would get commissions. I said, let me play out this scenario for you, because I've done this for 5 years. I know enough to know this. If you tell somebody, hey, if you're not active, you're not going to get commissions. And if that person says, okay, and if they do not get active and you make them active so that they get commissions anyway, it doesn't register in their brain what you just said. Because you told me if I'm not active and I don't have a smart ship, I won't get commissions. But I sent my cousin to my website last week and I still got commissions. Now the person is not going to say, how did that happen? Let me fix that. No, they just know that they got commissions. So you're up here paying a smart ship for them. There's going to come a time, y'all, I promise you, it's like I'm Miss Cleo. And it's only because I've been down this road before. There's going to come a time when you say, you know what, bump this. I done told they butt to get their smart ship on. I'm not paying for their smart ship no more. And when that happens, that's going to be the week that they have the largest sale ever. And they're going to sit there and they're going to kick their heels up and wait for their commission check like they always do, because they haven't had a smart ship all this time and they've still gotten commissions. So why wouldn't they, this go around, right? And when that commission check does not come, they're going to call you up and say, hey, I didn't get my commission check. And you're going to say, well, you didn't have your smart ship on. Yeah, but I haven't had it on for months and I've still gotten paid. And then you're going to say, that's because I was ordering in your back office so that you could get paid. And guess what? Instead of them saying, wow, thank you, you're right, you did tell me to cut my smart ship on and I didn't listen. I was not teachable and coachable. Wow, thank you for all the months that you placed an order in my back office so that I could get paid commission. You think that's what's going to happen. What's going to happen is they're going to say, what? Well, if you stop paying, then why you didn't tell me? Because now you cost me a $100 commission. You just cost me. They're going to blame you when you stop doing what you never were supposed to do in the first place. That's how that works. That's how that works. You loan somebody money. Right? Oh, and by the way, the girl that I had loaned the money, right? Not loaned, given the money to, who came back 2 weeks later and asked me for more money. Oh yeah, she quit the business and went to another company. Now that's not to say, and she has a right to do that. That's not to say that I own, just because, I gave her money, that doesn't mean she has to stay with me. But I'm just saying, you have to learn things the hard way sometimes before you finally get it. But the good news is, if you hang in there long enough, you will get it. So I told my business partner, what you're going through is nothing new. I've been there too. Every leader has been there. But you go through those people who try to drain you, who try to wear you down. You have to go through those experiences to know how to filter faster and recognize them quicker. And then you only focus with the people who are in this thing to become warriors, not in this thing to stay weak and make you weak, by the way. Because I told her, I said, that same person you're trying to help build the business, they will run you out of your business. You will get so fed up that you will quit your own business because of them. You're not going to bring them up to your level. Chances are, not with what you're doing. They're going to drag you down to where they're at. And how you're developing a warrior instead of a weak person is you see them step up. You don't have to tell them to do things. I'm going to end with this. I went to Atlanta a few weekends ago, right? And we did a Facebook Live. We had a Better Body meeting, powwow, brain planning session at Maggiano's in Dunwoody, Georgia. Just had a really, really great time. And so I was so happy to link up with them, for us to break bread together, literally and figuratively, and just sort some things out in real time. Zoom, virtual, digital, connections, super duper cool, but there's nothing like the real thing, baby. I want to feel your body heat. I want to touch you, right? Nothing like the real thing, baby. So we're at Maggiano's, having a grand old funky time. The bill comes. Now, these are people that are in my downline. I was so happy when one of my leaders that I recruited told the waitress, give me the bill. And paid for everybody at the table. Number one, I was happy because it showed You know, and I'm not saying you have to do this, but it showed leadership. Why? Because a lot of people could have said, oh, well, Kim will pay for it because she's all of our sponsor. People could, I don't think anybody came to the dinner thinking that, but they could have. I know people who think that their sponsor owes them everything because you get a check match on me or I'm active. Like you're active for your business. Don't count my pockets. But there are some people who think that, right? But this leader on my team didn't say, well, Kim is my sponsor. She makes more money than me. She can pay for all of us. No, they took it upon themselves to pay for everybody at the table. That's the first reason why I'm proud, because I'm like, that is real leadership. Not looking to somebody else, but you stepping up and saying, I got this, if you really do have it, right? And then the second reason why I was so proud is because that person paid for, and that day they had made like over $400 in sales from their home-based business that went in together while working their full-time job. Some people come into this vehicle wanting to make $400 for the month. They had made $400 in that one day while working an 8-hour shift on their full-time job. So the second reason why I'm so happy is because this person came to me a few months ago and said, I really, really need money. I'm behind in a lot of bills. I don't have a vehicle. I don't have this. I don't have that. Like, they had a very compelling reason why. Very compelling reason why. And they came to me needing money. And a few weeks later, after launching their business in phase 2, and really buckling down and being teachable and coachable and listening to me, here they are not only paying for a nice meal for themselves, because they didn't eat cheap. They ordered like a very expensive thing on the menu, but they're paying for a nice meal, not only for themselves, but for the whole entire table. So that is somebody that is clearly participating in their own rescue because the evidence shows it, right? That's how they even had the resources to pay for everybody. So that was proof to me that I am helping to develop a warrior, not a weak-minded person who stays lost in the sauce. Not only are they, those weak people like that, not only do they not participate in their own rescue, but they look to drag you down with them. You can swim out there to save them if you want to. They're going to drown you too. Okay? So look to develop and pay attention. Are my actions leading to this person becoming a warrior? Or am I helping them to stay weak? All right? And sometimes you can think you're helping them, and really you're doing so much more damage than you could ever know. So pay attention to that. I got to go now. It is, oh my gosh, it's Live with Jack and John. Head on over with me, you guys, to TLC HQ on Facebook or Instagram. Join the fun. If you want to know more about what I do, maybe if it's a fit for you, then go to TLC HQ every single day at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join us. Feel the vibes, y'all. Get in with the culture. Get in with the community and take a look at it. And if you like what you see, if you like what you feel, then holler back at your girl. And I'll tell you how you can really start to totally change your life, okay? You can either do it one day or this could be day 1, all right? I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.